from Lions Clubs International. This is LQ, Lions Quarterly. We begin with Lions making a global impact. For 25 years, the Lions International Peace Poster Contest has made a lasting impression on adults and children alike. But one of the greatest impacts has been on the lives of the young artists who were honored as winners.
I was just a kid when I won the Peace Poster Contest. I didn't know anything about peace because my country was going through a war.
My eyes were opened that so many people, so many children all over the world were going through the same thing I was.
The contest reaches kids ages 11 to 13 during a pivotal time in their young lives.
At that time, I was an awkward adolescent. The Peace Poster Contest really helped me come into my own.
That's what I call projecting peace.
It's kind of made me branch out in terms of thinking about my future. It's really helped me to develop a more worldly view.
Peace.
Through the years, more than 8 million children from nearly 100 countries have participated in the art contest, including this year's grand prize winner, Jenny Park.
I'm really glad that I won the Peace Poster Contest. The lesson that I learned when I was drawing it was that it's individuals' responsibility to start world's peace.
This Peace Poster Contest helps children have a chance to appreciate a gift that many of us take for granted, the gift of peace.
For many grand prize winners, this experience influenced their careers. Zainab Ulusoy won the contest in 1995. Now a teacher, she loves working with young people, and she continues to use her artistic skills to illustrate children's books with her sister.
After winning the contest, a writer contacted me about drawing children's books. Now, almost 20 years later, I'm still drawing books for kids.
Above all, the International Peace Poster Contest has inspired many young people to become ambassadors of peace.
My involvement with the Peace Poster Contest did help me to get more involved with the Lions Club and found out that there was no Leo Club in my community. So we kind of talked about starting one, and that's how the Wilshire Leo Club got started up, and I was a member. Not only was I helping out the community, but I was also having this opportunity to meet a lot of people.
I want my son to grow up in a world that is peaceful, free of violence. And as a teacher, I'm trying to teach my children at school that this is the only way we're going to be able to get along with each other. Peace is about acceptance and tolerance.
Winning the Lions International Peace Poster Contest changed me a lot. I became more ambitious, set higher goals for myself, and now I want to become an ambassador of world peace.
This is myeducat.com.
Teen entrepreneurs are competing for top honors at the All-Ireland Ideation Camp Finals.
The whole idea is really just come up with some sort of challenge.
These finalists were chosen from among 1,500 students who participated in local competitions, sponsored by Lions Clubs.
The main reason we created this whole Ideation Camp was we felt that there was a really strong need to reach out to the youth of our area, to help them get through this recession and give them the tools that they need to become the new entrepreneurs of the future.
Intel partnered with Lions to develop the program.
We're trying to promote 21st century skills, and that's teamwork, problem solving, ideation, how to come up with new ideas and create businesses.
We estimate a cost of €12,000 to bring our project to market.
It's a brilliant opportunity. We're learning so much about how to run a business, how to actually bring an idea to market. Now we know how to come up with ideas for the future.
I researched problems that teenagers have with their diabetes.
Students were challenged to find a problem in their community and solve it using technology.
Beatus is a portable diabetes monitor which has an emergency glucose supply which is discreetly attached to the back of an iPhone case.
We noticed that portability with cases is a big problem, and loads of people tend to leave them at home and forget them. And then we just thought that everyone has their phone with them.
Hopefully we can bring this global.
Intel and Lions in Ireland hope that clubs around the world will get involved with this worthwhile project.
Business models that can help your ideas succeed.
By fostering this entrepreneurial spirit in teens now, economies will see growth in the future.
If you can come up with a really brilliant idea, how maybe you can make this idea into a business opportunity, and then you can make the business opportunity into a way of employing people.
The top prize is the team from Kilcullen.
And along the way, students learn to dream bigger.
People are calling me the leader of our group, which is amazing because I never thought I could be. Before this, I never really considered anything to do with Intel or technology, but now I'm greatly considering it.
Thank you, Lions!
Set, ready, hit.
The ball's beeping.
First base.
And base is buzzing.
1, 2, 3, run!
It's really competitive.
Go, go, go!
Everything's so dramatic.
At the Beep Baseball World Series, players who are blind and visually impaired take to the field, thanks to support from Lions.
It's a great service activity for the Lions. We were able to work hands-on, side by side with the sight impaired to help them have a healthy and beneficial activity.
Lions oversee a variety of tasks here, including a doggy daycare for players with guide dogs. They're also first and third base judges.
When somebody hits the ball, my duty is to raise my hands when they actually touch the base to help the umpire decide whether it's an out or a run.
Lions are base operators and scorekeepers too.
It's a fantastic experience. Just amazed by the enthusiasm and athletic ability of these players.
To level the playing field, everyone wears a blindfold, except for one outfielder and the pitcher and catcher who play for the team at bat.
Keep coming, keep coming.
Two sighted spotters on each team act as coaches.
I go out in the field with the defense, and when the ball is hit, depending on what zone the ball is hit into, I call out that number, 1. So that tells which player would be the best to go for the ball.
First base, please.
Unable to see, players get help from their other senses.
And third.
These buzzing noises let batters know which base they should run to, first or third, after they hit the ball.
Foul!
Beep Baseball allows these athletes previously benched by their vision to get in the game.
It felt really good because I was always the last one picked to be on a team, and I found a sport that I was able to participate in, regardless of what my eyesight was.
They don't just play, they compete to be the best.
To go 5 for 5 today, I wouldn't have bet on it, but I'll take it. They weren't all good hits. Sometimes you get lucky, and you need a little luck. That's what wins you championships.
More important than competing is the boost to players' confidence.
As a blind athlete, it makes you feel good when you're noticed. When somebody can tell you, hey, I saw you out there on the field, you feel like you're in. It's almost like being a part of the popular crowd.
Gives them something to kind of crow about, and it helps the self-esteem so much. You put a bat in some of these guys' hands, it's just like they turn into Hercules.
Perhaps it's the camaraderie that means the most.
Being on a team and making friends with new people, just building the relationships that you have with your own teammates.
And we'll take a couple napkins.
Even if they're not really great at it, it's just the part they're here. They've got a uniform on, they're part of something.
It gives them a sense of wanting to get out and do things. It helps them with their life, really. It gives them a sense of worthiness.
Hey, Mr. Umpire, throw me the ball. What the Lions clubs do for the blind, we wouldn't be here playing this game if it wasn't for them. Throw me the ball.
Their dream is to participate in a competitive sport, and through Beep Baseball, they are able to do that.
Pitch forward.
My team believes in me, and having people believe in you again and really know that you can do it was something I was missing, and my life was a lot less when I didn't have this kind of activity to be a part of.
Daylight come and me want to play ball.
While the economy of Chile has grown in recent years with the creation of new jobs, there are still areas where unemployment is high and wages are low. According to a national poll, more than 14% of Chileans are living in poverty. Many of these people do not have easy access to health care. To combat the problem, Lions clubs throughout the country provide health screenings in low-income neighborhoods.
The northwest and southern districts of Santiago need our help the most. I'm very proud to be a Lion and to be offering these services.
The spaces may be small, but the services are wide-ranging.
We provide tests for blood pressure, glycemia, and vision. It's one of the best things we do because the people we serve could not afford these tests.
Lions also provide podiatry services at many of their clinics.
Normalmente hacemos entre 5 o 6 operativos al año.
We do this kind of operation 5 to 6 times a year. It really helps that we bring the health services to the people, where they live.
Christian Rojas has had problems with his vision for a while. The free Lions health screening is his only chance to see an ophthalmologist.
This is a great initiative because there are a lot of people like me who don't have the resources to get this kind of aid. I'm so grateful to the Lions for my new glasses.
Others are grateful for the peace of mind that comes from getting a clean bill of health. Preventative health screenings are critical for this underserved community.
I'm very happy because I thought my glycemia levels were really high. They told me they were perfect. It's such a relief to know I was wrong.
Maria Inez Onate needed a new prescription and lenses for glasses. She also received new frames and a new outlook.
When I get my new glasses, I'm not only going to see better, I'm going to look better and feel better about myself. I love them. I really love them.
It's not just the recipients who benefit. Lions do too.
I'm so thankful to be able to help out in these communities that need our help.
It's fulfilling to help others. I get goosebumps when I see how happy they are after they receive the services that they need.
Kauai has long been called Hawaii's Garden Island for its lush tropical beauty and miles of inviting beaches. But beachgoers need to be cautious of riptides, strong currents flowing out to sea from shore.
Kauai is known as the drowning capital of the state of Hawaii.
To address this danger, the Kauai North Shore Lions Club joined a community-wide effort to make the beaches safer. Lions installed and maintained 24 rescue tubes on a 5-mile stretch of the northeast coast.
The need is there for the rescue tubes because there are no lifeguards in this area. We're putting up these rescue tubes about every 100 yards or so, make it accessible to anyone that's on the beach.
Because of the outer reef in this area of Kauai, the water near shore appears to be calm. But often, there's a lot of movement beneath the surface.
People from the mainland that aren't used to currents will swim out there thinking that they're in a safe spot, and all of a sudden they're being washed away by a current.
Each rescue tube station has a location number to provide to 911 dispatchers.
Call 911, we're at station 354.
And simple instructions make it possible for a strong swimmer on shore to use the tube to assist a swimmer in trouble in the water.
In the last 6 months, we have been responsible for saving at least 4 lives that have been documented.
And many more incidents never get reported because the tubes are used and hung back up on the poles with no emergency personnel involved.
As a member of the Kauai North Shore Lions, it means a lot to me to be part of this project, knowing that I'm protecting the keiki, or children of our aina, our land, and also making a safe, secure environment for our guests.
If you would like to suggest your Lions project for LQ, send your story to lq@lionsclubs.org. LQ is available on the Lions Club's international website, YouTube, iTunes, and DVD. Lions make a difference every day, everywhere. Thanks for watching LQ Lions Quarterly.